All right, everybody, let's get into it. So, Dr. Pepper's CEO has resigned from his position. Now, the interesting thing about this is that he resigned from this position just after only being in the position for a couple of months. You know, and what he resigned from the position for, from what they're saying, is about code of conducts. So, I'm going to give you my thoughts about this, but let's get into the article. It's according to CNBC, Dr. Pepper CEO resigns after violating the company's code of conduct. Dr. Pepper announced that Thursday CEO Ozen Dokame, I can't pronounce that word, agreed to resign after violating the company's code of conduct less than 4 months into the job. The beverage giant said that the violations were not related to the company's strategy, operations, or financial reporting. Curing Dr. Pepper's board reappointed Bob Gamgort, chairman and former CEO, as chief executive officer. Shares of the company rose to 2% in the morning, trading on the news. Dr. Pepper stock has risen 3% this year, increasing its market value to 54.4 billion. Gamgort succeeded the role to Ozone on July 29th as part of a previous announced succession plan. When the change was announced in April, the company said it looked at internal and external candidates for the role. So they're saying that he resigned after violating the company's code of conduct less than 4 months into the job. Now, when you hear something like this, all sorts of speculations and things start to fly around and about what happened, what's going on, you know. And when they say code of conduct, some of the things that people come to folks' mind is that, okay, did he say something to somebody, or did he do something to somebody that made them feel some type of way, that they reported it to HR and HR got involved where they did an investigation, and after they conclude the investigation they sat them down and said, hey, you know what, this is what we found, blah blah blah, this is not good, so you're going to have to step down. you know that's the things that, when people hear code of conduct, that flies around. But these are all speculations because we don't know. They haven't announced or said anything about what happened. You know, and is the thing about this is that it's really interesting, the fact that you only been on the job for less than 4 months, and this happens to where you have to step down. So less than 4 months, you just got into the position. You're trying to get comfortable. You're trying to get familiar with everything, trying to get familiar with your new role, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like, okay, you got to go. And it's just one of those things where it's not really shocking, but the only wow moment about this is like I said, it's only been a couple of months since he's been there. So whatever he did was so fucked up or jacked up to the point that the board was like, hey, you got to go. Because when you hear something like the person says that they agreed to resign, let me tell you something. It's not they agreed to resign. Usually, how that works is that whatever investigation that they done, they found something that they said, hey, this is unacceptable. We can't deal with this. And if you stay here, it's only going to get worse. Who knows, the person or whatever happened, probably whatever took place, probably was going to involve some type of legal action that they didn't want to be bothered with. So they said, hey, you know what? This is what we found, and you're going to have to leave because this is bad and it only looks to get worse. And I'm pretty sure that the board, when they found out about this, they was shocked and stung about this because they were like, damn, the guy's only been here. He just got here. He only been a couple of months. What the fuck? So we just put this guy in the seat and now we gotta get rid of him. And the guy who uh was the old CEO, who the guy, he passed it on to them, then he had to come back. So now I know he was kind of like, okay, wait, what's going on? What happened? And I'm pretty sure now that what's going to happen moving forward with Dr. Pepper is that whoever they get to put in that role, I'm pretty sure they're going to probably do a hell of a background check. They're probably going to be really, really strict now as looking at people to fill that role as far as moving forward. But yeah, and the other thing too about this is that it wasn't like the company was doing bad. They said the shares have rose to 2% and the stock have risen to 3%, to where the market value for Dr. Pepper was like 54 billion. So to look at that is like, where the company's doing good, and then all of a sudden you got to let your CEO go. It's kind of like it's a wow moment. So like I said, because usually in situations like this, especially when it has something to do with conduct, from what I've seen, is that, like I said, this is just speculation. This is just me and my opinion. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying, that okay, something happened to where they had to let him go. And we don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe it involved somebody. Maybe he said something, did something. Who knows? But all we know is that they just got rid of him. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a good look, but it's just like a wow moment for somebody only been on a job for a couple of months and now you got to leave. So who knows? But you all let me know your thoughts about this. Dr. Pepper CEO, after only being on the job less than 4 months, was had to resign due to violating the company's code of conduct. Let me know y'all thoughts, and until then, holla at your boy.